the show is weird, but it's really interesting. Hello, welcome to Just My Thoughts. I'm your host, Khaleel Ward. On this episode, I'll be talking about Beastars Season 2. Again, it took a while for me to get into this anime because it follows herbivores and carnivores, and they go to school together. So there's like a tiger and a sheep hanging out, and the herbivores know that the carnivores are kind of deadly, and they have to do things to not kill the herbivores. In the first season, you follow Legoshi. He's a wolf, and he had this like insane crush on this rabbit named Haru, and she was like sleeping with a lot of different people, and he attacked her, but he didn't harm her, and then he just like fell in love with her. But something important happened in season 1. Somebody killed an alpaca named Tem. He was in the drama club, and that's what Legoshi is in. He's in the drama club. But season 1 veered off on that, and it didn't really focus on like who murdered Temp. So this time around in season 2, that's the main focus. Who murdered Temp? Because it's like 6 months later from season 1, and they still didn't discover who murdered him. And they believe it's a carnivore, but they don't know who it is. So Legoshi is tasked with becoming a detective, essentially, and finding out who killed his friend, because he was friends with a lot of people. He's like a gentle wolf. Legoshi is very different than a lot of the other carnivores. Some carnivores go to the black market where they eat meat away from like their classmates and everything. But Legoshi doesn't want to eat meat. He's a very gentle soul. He wants to protect herbivores, mainly because he's in love with Haru. And he also has a deer friend named, no pun intended, but it is a deer, named Louis. And Louis was like the star of the first season. He was the star of the drama club. And then a lot of things happened at the end of season 1. Louis is a totally different person now. He's in charge of this gang. There are different gangs with different beasts. So he's in charge of this gang of like lions. Then there's also like a gang of lizards. You learned a little bit about that at the end of season 1. Season 2 shows you a little bit more of their dealings behind the scenes of what they do. And Legoshi is going through this special type of training to like wean off of desiring meat. And he's trying to build up his body and be stronger. He's getting trained by like this panda and everything. So you see a lot of weird things, like there's a strip club scene where this like, I think she's a tiger, is like stripping and stuff like that. So you see like weird things because there's just animals walking around in this show. But like it's a cool show. Like Legoshi is a cool main character because he cares about everyone around him. And, he sometimes goes berserk a little bit because, he is a wolf and he wants to protect the people around him. There's other alpaca that you see. There's a bear that you see. And the main villain this time around is formidable. And like you care for the villain a little bit because you sense, the things that they're saying. It means a lot, what they're saying. But then also you see the rage that they have and you're like, whoa, this person needs to be stopped. So season 2 is a little bit more interesting to me because it focused on who killed Tem. And season 1 was more love focused because Legoshi and Haru were just going around and around in circles sometimes. And he just seemed conflicted, like he shouldn't love a rabbit. And this time around, he has an understanding that he likes her, but they're still like not together. But season 2 is more focused on the murder and it's more, discovering what happened to his dear friend. So Beastars, it takes a little while to get used to because you're just not used to seeing these animals so grown. It is a mature anime. There is some fighting. It's not a bunch of fighting. Season 1, there's a lot of fighting towards the end. Season 2, Legoshi trains a little bit, so you see him fight a couple of people, and then he has a big showdown towards the end. But it's enjoyable. It's different type of anime again, but I enjoyed it. Beastars Season 2. If you watched it, please let me know what you thought about it. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Deuces.